Hello my friends, this is Moonday, and in today's reading we are going to see what type of person they really actually are. And this doesn't have to be just about I don't know, your romantic interest. It could be about basically anyone, so you will see what type of person they truly are. Maybe there is something they're hiding, you know, maybe they're just showing a different face to the world, and actually inside they're somebody else, you know, they're some totally different. So yeah, I thought it would be a fun little reading because I only got 2 decks used for today's groups. So yeah, obviously this is a general reading, so not everything is going to resonate with you, so sorry. So simply take what resonates and leave the rest. Oh my god, I can't speak and I'm just starting this video. All right, so for those of you who don't know how do these kind of readings we've got 3 groups of cards. This is going to be group number 1 with the tiger's eye, golden tiger's eye. This is group number 2 with the rose quartz, and this is group number 3 with the citrine stone. So you can pause this video right now, you can meditate on your choice, you can use a pendulum, you can choose I can't speak today. You can choose by crystal, by number, but just remember to trust your intuition, and whatever is calling out to you the most, this is going to be your group. So yeah, later on, whenever you're ready, your timestamps are going to be in the description box down below, as well as all the informations where you can find me, how you can tip me if you did like this reading or any other readings, etc, etc. Alright, so without any further ado, I'm just going to jump to the group number 1. Hi group number 1, I hope you're doing well. So this is the group with the golden tiger's eye, and today's question is what type of person they really are. So whoever you're dealing with, could be your romantic interest, could be your boss, your work colleague, like I was saying in the intro, it could be basically anybody. So this is going to kind of show their true colors, you know. So let me get straight into this reading. So first things first, we have 2 tarot cards, and I'm just going to start with them, and we've got the Justice and we've got the Empress. So I can see that the person you're dealing with, the person you're asking about, is somebody who actually really loves things to be fair. They love making things fair. They kind of, I feel like sometimes they might be a little bit like, you know, oh, you know, if your karma is not gonna get you, I'm gonna try to make sure that I'm gonna be your karma, you know, this kind of thing, you know. They're trying to do the things that are right in their lives. They're always I feel like they're also very you know, righteous when they're making any type of decisions. So they don't want to make a decision and then somebody is gonna feel like, oh, they've been treated in an unfair manner. I'm also getting that, you know, sometimes when they feel like people are not being fair towards others or towards, and I don't know, any rules, because I'm getting that they might be also liking the rules, they would be kind of harsh towards them, especially when it comes to, like, you know, the way they talk to these people. They're going to be really harsh. But on the other hand, if they feel, you know, you are somebody who's always trying to do the right thing, you know, whatever that is, they're going to treat you really nicely, and they are going to and they're going to be very kind towards you. We also have the Empress, so I feel like there's somebody who really like beautiful things, and the gender in this case doesn't matter, you know. So they could be also a very beautiful person in general, especially when it comes to you know, their outside, the way they look. They dress really well as well, or they do have a really amazing taste. You know, they always look very neat, and very well put together in general. Like I said, they do like beautiful things. Maybe there's somebody who really like the art, so you might sometimes find them in the art galleries, or you might actually you know, be invited to go to some kind of exhibition with them, you know, or something like that. They just like beautiful things. They like films as well, you know. They like basically everything that has to do with art and good taste. So they might be into fashion, they might be, like I was saying, into different types of art. Also, you know, there are somebody who do have very often, you know, a lot of ideas about different things. You know, they're very fertile when it comes to their imagination, when it comes to different ideas, and they can make the things, you know, like literally grow and flourish. Some of them might also be really into gardening, things like nature in general. They might like, I don't know, when it's hot outside, they might like going out to the park or to the picnic, or just by the lake or by the river, or just, you know, have a really nice contact with nature. So they really like it. For some of them, I'm also getting like they might also like go into the countryside, you know, where they're like the fields and farms and everything like that. They might really dislike ugly things, and when I say ugly, I don't mean like I don't mean it in a very shallow meaning of that way. I mean ugly things like oh my gosh, I don't know how to explain that, because like, for example, for me, things that I want to say that are not ugly, but for them, because they've got like this very high aesthetics, they might not like, for example, heavy music, let's say, because to them it's just it's not something they do enjoy, or the things they, you know, or just some, for example, the type of art that is showing something that is not beautiful. All right, I just don't know how to how to say that in any other way. I also want to show you these two cards together, the Empress and the Mother Earth card, because also I'm getting like these people might also be really caring about the environment. So once again, they want to do the right thing. They might be very, you know, interested in ecology and, you know, recycling and just making things really beautiful. They might also be, like I was saying before, because of the gardening, they might be interested in planting things, so they might be having their own gardens. Could be with the flowers, could be with just like fruits and veg, it doesn't matter, but they like ecology, you know, they like eco things, eco-friendly things. For some of them, I'm also getting that they might be only wearing the natural materials when it comes to their clothes, or any type of accessories. Eco leather, which is like a vegan leather. Some of them might be into veganism, but I'm only getting that for like a very small amount of people. They're also very caring, especially like I was saying about the people that they feel they deserve that. All right, so there's like some people who deserve their kindness, and there are people who don't. And the last thing I wanted to say, we do have the Sorceress card. So they're like really powerful manifestors as well. They very often might be just thinking about something and this is going to happen, or they might be thinking about a person and that person is gonna all of a sudden, I don't know, call them or text them and just be like, hey, what's up? And they would be like, oh my god, I was just thinking about you, you know, and I haven't seen you in 10 years, whatever. So yeah, if you know, for a very small amount of them, they might be interested in the earth-based religions, or like earth-based movements, you know, that have to do with, in general, like Mother Earth, also they really love animals, you know. They're there are people who really love animals, you know, in general. Animals, they like children, and basically, yeah. um, is there anything else that I wanted to tell you guys? Oh yeah, and one more thing, they really like luxury, okay? So there is, you know, you can combine together being eco-friendly and being luxurious, you know. For example, natural skincare, or like going to, I don't know, a spa to get like some, I don't know, natural kind of treatments, you know, or something like that. But they do like luxurious things, and they do like very comfortable things. So if you go to their houses, it's definitely, I don't see that their houses or like their rooms being very minimalistic. I feel like there is going to be a lot of different things, you know, maybe some things made of wood, you know, maybe like things made of like natural materials, but all the eco-friendly stuff. If you go to their bathroom, I feel like it is going to be full of cosmetics. They are very often like a vegan, cruelty-free, eco-friendly, and things like that. So this is oh my god, this is all I wanted to tell you guys for now. So yeah, I do hope it was helpful to find out more information about the person you're asking about. And yeah, and I hope you did like it, and if you did, please don't forget to leave me thumbs up. Also subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I try to post new video every Friday, and also leave me a comment, tell me how it did resonate with you. And thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Hello group number 2, I hope you're doing well. So in today's reading we are going to find out what type of person they really are. So like I was saying before, it could be basically anyone in your life. It could be romantic interest, it could be your boss, your colleague, you know, anyone. And we are going to uncover the true face. And this is the Rose Quartz group. So first things first, what's like literally grabs my attention the most is this independent card. So they're definitely somebody who are very independent from other people. Sometimes they do have a, let's say, a small problem with you know, making sure they're independent and they're not isolated from other people, because when I do have this Hermit card, it kind of shows me a little bit they might be isolating themselves from others in order to feel independent, that they're truly in control of their life. Because this is something they really want. They want to make their own money. They don't want to depend on anyone. I'm getting neither financially nor emotionally, because I'm getting that, you know, in the past they might have had some type of codependency issues, you know. Maybe it was some type of relationship they had, or just a friendship they had, and there was like this bits of codependency issues going on. But now they feel like, now I'm free of that, I want to be independent, I just want to be successful, you know, and not have to thank anybody for my success, basically, and for everything that I achieve. We do have the Hermit card as well, so it also shows me, you know, when they do find something they're really interested in, they will basically follow that, you know, like they're gonna follow that little lantern with the star. They are going to follow that because they feel like if something really grabs their interest, they really want to pursue that. So it could be, for example, learning a new language, or I don't know, going to some kind of course, or going to college because there is something very interesting that they want to study, or just going to uni, or just in general buying books, you know, that might be about something that really caught their interest. Uh, and I feel like when they start getting into it, they might once again isolate themselves from other people, because they're so focused on learning that skill, they're so focused on pursuing that thing, that they actually forget about the whole world around them. So if, for example, you text them and they reply after 2 weeks saying like, oh my god, like, I'm really sorry, I totally, you know, forgot to reply you because I don't know, I was reading that book in that time or something like that, don't get angry, because this is who they truly are, you know, this is, they can't really help it. I'm getting that they might be very introverted as well, you know. Hermit card is funny because, for example, Hermit card is my birth card, you know, it's my birth card, and my number in numerology is 9, so I kind of understand this card. So hermits, once again, just like the name suggests, they're very often introverted. They are this kind of old souls as well. They might understand more than you think. Some of them could be also starseeds, you know, if you're into that. This could be one of them. They could be starseeds. They're coming from a different solar system. I mean, solar system. Yeah, they're coming from a different system, from a different planet. Their soul is coming from somewhere else, but have been on Earth for like really long time as well. This is why they're very often more knowledgeable than other people. They do have the tendency to teach people, or trying to teach people, you know, trying to guide people, because they do have this very vast knowledge, they do have a lot of interest, but they don't, in the same time, you know, I find it a little bit confusing, I mean, for them, because they do want to teach people, they do want to talk to people about all this stuff they know, but in the same time, they're like, but I don't want to be surrounded by a lot of people, you know. But now that we are in, well, this age of internet and just like the age of social media and everything, I feel like some of them might be actually doing that through that, so not in person, but maybe having like their YouTube channel when they're like trying to tell people about different things, you know. And that could be having like their Instagram account that is linked to something spiritual, because they're often like very spiritual as well. They're trying to find the right thing for them. Some of them might be also feeling very confused when it comes to their religion, so they're trying to find something that will speak to them. I can talk about the Hermit card for ages, because I'm getting so many things from this card that you have no idea. I don't even have to think about it. It just literally comes to me. But I'm going to move to the next section, because otherwise that's gonna make this group really long, like 30 minutes long for one card. Okay. So like I was saying before, that person might have had like some type of codependency issues in the past, but I'm also getting that they could be emotionally very fragile, which actually, you know, it's makes sense if you think about the introverts. So I feel like they do have this facade, you know, when they're trying to tell the world like, oh, you know, you said some harsh words, but I really don't care, you know. And they might be acting like they really don't care about what other people say about them, but inside, you know, they're falling apart in that moment, you know. It really gets to them, it really hurts them. But I feel like they have promised themselves that, you know, in order to be this independent, strong person, no matter what, they will start, you know, not really paying attention to basically other people's bullshit. And yeah. And this is what they're doing right now. They have decided, you know, from now on I'm just gonna try to focus on the positive things in my life, because for like really long time I have been focusing only on the negatives. I have been a pessimist my whole life, or like half of my life or whatever. So from now on I'm going to try to really focus on good and positive things in my life, you know, like no more emo phase, let's say, you know. It doesn't have to be obviously like true emo. I'm talking about the emotional side. Okay. Yeah. I'm also getting the last message is that, you know, it does say cycles and rhythms, but what I'm getting for your person is that they might be getting into a cycle of something, you know, like they might get really interested in, I don't know, let's say Italian cuisine, you know, and they're gonna start buying books about it and learn about it and watch videos about it and go to the course, and then all of a sudden it's gonna go, you know, like they kind of might stop getting interested about it, and then they find something new they are going to get really interested about, and they're like, oh my god, you know, this is like the best thing ever, you know, why was I interested in Italian cuisine, French cuisine, this is it, you know. And then it's gonna be the same thing, and then they're gonna be like, oh my god, no, from now on I'm gonna start, I don't know, learning Portuguese language, you know. And then after a month, after buying these books, after going halfway through them, they might be like, well, you know, I kind of am getting bored of it, and maybe it is the time for me to start learning German language, you know. But I feel like they're coming back to that. It doesn't have to be like instantly, but it could be after, I don't know, let's say after a year or something like that, they kind of rediscover the thing and they're going into the cycle of that again and again. Also, the last thing I've got for this group is it could be the same thing when it comes to their style, I'm getting, and when it comes to like being interested in maybe subcultures, you know. So for example, for 2 years they're gonna try to be goth, and then like, you know, after 2 years they're gonna decide like, well, this is not really me, you know, and they're gonna go into, I don't know, into punk, you know, and then after 6 months they're gonna be like, well, maybe it's not really me, you know. So they're kind of getting into the cycles, but they're trying to find themselves on this planet. Oh my god. Alright, so this is it for group number 2. It's only 4 cards, but you see, I can really talk about them because I'm getting so many messages from these 4 cards, you have no clue. But I do hope you did like it, and I do hope it was helpful. If you did like it, please don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. Also subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I try to post new video every Friday. And leave me a comment, tell me how it did resonate with you. And thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Hello group number 3, I hope you're doing well. So in today's reading we are going to find out what type of person they truly are. So like I was saying before, this could be about basically anyone, your romantic interest, your boss, your work colleague, it could be anyone. And we are going to see their true face, the true colors, who they really truly are. And this is the Citrine group. So let's start. First of all, it is a tiny little bit similar to the previous group, just tiny little bit similar, because when I have this 9 of Pentacles card, you know, it shows me someone who is very independent, you know, who is trying to, you know, be who they really want to be in life. And I feel like they are really doing very well for themselves. They might be a single person, you know, or they might be like so-called forever single, or have this single kind of mindset, but that is only because they're very focused on themselves. I'm not talking they're this kind of like, you know, somebody who's very narcissistic, because they don't have the narcissistic personality. I'm not feeling that at all. But there's somebody who really wants to, I'm getting, you know, they really want to build themselves up and then focus on other people and getting other people also like happy and help them. So if they do have a family, they might be trying to get like everything doing great for themselves, basically. Like they might be trying to get a promotion after promotion at work, for example, or just getting things that are going to give them money so they can be financially secure and stable, and they do have this so they don't have to worry about anything. But the first and foremost, they're investing in themselves as well, because this is what is bringing them this mental peace, I'm getting, you know. So for some of them, I'm getting like they like showing off, you know, their abundance. So for example, you know, they might be I'm getting, you know, they might really like wearing, for example, I don't know, very high-end brands when it comes to the clothes or accessories, to kind of make this statement, you know, saying that, oh, you know, I've worked really hard to get that, so now I can show you that I can afford like this, I don't know, Gucci, Armani, you know, things and everything like that, and I can afford to have my I'm getting very exclusive and very expensive hobbies. They might be somebody who like just in general having wealth and showing off their wealth to others, but they're not doing that in a very negative, malicious manner. They're kind of trying to say, you know what, I've been working really hard with my own hands to get this, so now, you know, you can look at me and you can think, oh my god, they've done so well in their lives. Also, what I'm getting is that they're a very, very strong person when it comes to their emotions. For some of them, but it's only for like some of them, you know, when they, like, what I'm getting for the past is they have not been that strong, you know, but the events in their lives kind of forced them to be strong. So it could be really anything, you know, it really depends from person to person, so I'm not even going to give you the examples. Some of them might have come from like poor families, poor backgrounds, you know, or like the environments when people would normally think like, oh my god, you know, this person is not going to grow up to anything good. They might have made some poor choices in their past as well, but now they kind of really want to be the example of a person who is like, you know, if I've done it, you can do it as well. You know, maybe I have come from dysfunctional family or dysfunctional environment, and look at me now, you know, look at what I have achieved. You know, I'm doing really well for myself. I can have this gold Rolex and it's not really a problem for me to buy one. I can afford that. But honestly, I feel like they have built themselves up to that. They have been working really hard, really hard for that. Yeah, but physically and emotionally, because, you know, for some of them I'm getting that maybe now, for example, they are the, I don't know, the boss of a major company, but they have started as I don't know, as this kids who were giving out the leaflets, you know, somewhere on like a city square or whatever. So they have built themselves up. They have built the wealth, you know. It's not like the empire, but this is their own wealth. They're doing really well for themselves. And I'm getting that, you know, they have been really stubborn when it comes to that. So they might still be very stubborn when it comes to a lot of things, but this is just the type of a personality they do have. They are very interested still in things that are going to multiply their wealth, but I'm getting that they're not really thinking about how to say that, about others. But I don't mean, and once again, I don't know how to explain to you, but I don't mean it in a way that they don't think about others because they're so full of themselves. Is that they really truly want to make sure they will be, like, you know, always having this money. They might be investing, like I said, in themselves. They might be putting money away for their retirement, you know, and I feel like their mindset is kind of like, you know, I'm gonna start thinking about others, about the future of my children, about, I don't know, my wife, my partner, you know, my husband, whatever, you know, once I get there, because I need to help myself first in order to help others. So this is their mindset, and I feel like no matter how much money they will make, they will kind of still think about, okay, so what are the ways for me to get more of that? Because they still have this this worry, this fear that this is not enough, you know, to make their life very comfortable and very happy and make their life peaceful. So yeah, they are very focused on themselves. They are very focused on the things that are going to give them money. I feel like sometimes they might be also making some poor decisions when it comes to a lot of things, you know, because first of all, they will be thinking about the monetary gain from it and not really the task itself or what do they have to do to get this money. But I'm getting that material things are very important for this person. Like I was saying before, maybe you know, high-end cosmetics, high-end clothes, high-end accessories, high-end holidays, some exclusive activities, for example, exclusive golf club, you know, that is only for, I don't know, 30 members from all around the world, but it's exclusive only for this group of people. You know, something that, let's say, your normal typical person is not going to do because they either can't afford it or it's just, I don't know, they're not, well, it's still like they're not wealthy enough to afford it most of the time. But once again, they don't have, I'm not at least getting that they do have this mindset that they're really full of themselves. No, they're just enjoying their money, they're enjoying their wealth, and they want more of that because they love to have a very luxurious, stylish lifestyle. So I feel like, you know, for some of them, they might be like, okay, I do have, I don't know, apartment in London, and then I have an apartment in New York, and then I have this tiny house in Greece that I can go whenever I want to, and I have this vineyard in France that is just private and it's only for me. And even if and if they don't have it, you know, they're kind of aspiring to have it. So because I feel like this is bringing them this mental peace, you know, this is what they need to feel at peace. Yeah. So basically this is all I've got for you, group number 3, and I do hope it was helpful. And if you did like it, please don't forget to leave me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I try to post new video every Friday. And also leave me a comment and tell me how it did resonate with you. And thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.